Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews. Now some time ago I had a look at the DB4, a gorgeous aluminium cubicle ITX case which was completely silent from Streacom, and today we're looking at another one of their cases. This is the FC8 Alpha and it's the Optical slot edition. I wanted to convert my parents' computer to a completely inaudible one using this case, but I failed to do so because I did not check the compatibility guide. So top tip, check the compatibility list before actually buying this case and some hardware to go with it. Let's have a look at the case itself. I have the gray version here. It's the usual gorgeous blasted aluminium that I like so much. The panels are all nice and thick. The front panel features two USB 3.0 ports and a cover for the optional infrared receiver. Infrared remotes are super handy when you're using a case like this as a home theater PC. The left and top are a single piece of aluminium, and on the right side that's where the heatsink for the CPU is. At the back there's a hole for your Nano PSU. I'm using the Streacom Nano 120 with this build. Also at the back is a Kensington lock and a single low profile PCI card slot. The case is very small, but you can still put quite a few drives in. The rail at the top is where you can mount a slot loading optical drive, an SSD, and then underneath two hard drives or 3 SSDs. This should be more than plenty for most users. Starting with the build, we'll need to grab the amazing manual. I really wish all case manufacturers would go with a manual this quality. The manual shows how to install the cooling solution very well. There are 4 heat pipes which contact the right panel at 2 points. The CPU block is made from aluminium and comes with AMD and Intel mounts. The build is pretty straightforward if you have the compatible hardware. You first assemble the cooling solution to the motherboard and then you install the motherboard. I do really recommend doing a dry fit before using thermal paste everywhere, because you'll need to mess around with the heat pipes and bend them back or forth a little bit. You can slide around the heat pipes a little bit to adjust for your CPU location. Sadly, in my case, my CPU was too high up on the motherboard and I couldn't slide the pipes down far enough, so I had to go back to the stock cooler, which I kind of feel really bad about. Also, if your motherboard has tall heatsinks or RAM at the top of the board, this case probably won't work for you because the heat pipes will contact that RAM or that heatsink. Streacom does sell a separate AM1 mount. I just bodged the Intel mount on there using just 2 screws. It kind of worked, but it was overhanging one of the RAM slots, so I had to reposition the memory. Talking about that CPU block, you have support for TDPs up to 95 watts. Now, I really wish I could test this for myself, but I don't have compatible hardware, sadly. Anyway, with the stock cooler back on, I installed the SSD, I pre-routed all the cables and put everything together, ran a few stress tests to see if at least the SSD or the CPU wasn't getting too hot, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with the temperatures we were getting. The system was still very quiet despite using that stock cooler. So the main thing to take away from this review is that the Streacom FC8 Alpha optical slot version is actually a really nice case. It feels super well built, it looks really good, and I love the texture on the aluminium. The main thing is compatibility though, so make sure you check Streacom's website for compatibility with your motherboard. If you don't do that, you'll have the problem that I just had. So this case really allows you to build a computer without a single moving part, and as a result you'll get total silence, which is great for HTPC usage, an audio PC for example, or if you're going to just put your system on your desk next to you, you don't want it to be distracting, and Streacom really did an amazing job here. It looks really good and you can fit it anywhere into your interior, be it under your TV or on your desk or wherever you want to put it. It looks really nice and it's completely inaudible if you get the right hardware. I also really like how you can put up to 95 watt TDP chips in there, so you can get a pretty powerful APU and maybe do some casual gaming on it as well. There's also plenty of room for drives, so you can put 2 hard drives and 3 SSDs in there if you really want to. So that's all really good. So overall, I'm very happy with this case. I just wish my motherboard was compatible with it. Anyway guys, if you like this video, press that like button, and if you didn't, hit the subscribe button for when I make a video that you do like. If you want to follow this channel more, there's Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and if you want to really support the channel, there's a Patreon page for that linked in the description below. For now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.